A very good morning to our dignitary of the day, Shri Kiranji, and to our worthy students who have joined together with us on this virtual platform for hearing and listening the views shared by Kiranji on one of the very important aspects of life, I would say, changing mindset for success and excellence. When we talk about this particular topic, it's not only for the students, I feel, it is worthy for each one of us because everybody wants to be successful in life. And for being successful, one has to have that mindset. And my dear students, as your exams are approaching, I can very well understand the anxiety, what you all are going through. Maybe the fear, the mental pressure, the peer pressure, what all you are going through. So keeping all those things in mind, Board of Studies Operations has come up with this webcast through Kiranji, who is a renowned orator, speaker, life coach, and a motivator. I feel pride in telling you and sharing you that he is born in 71 and he has completed his early schooling from Gurukul Ashram and a university topper from Birhampur University, Odisha. And he has done many noble things for the cause of humanity, and he is a very leading person to help himself or herself to help others. He has always been there as a motivator and a life coach. And with his worthy talks, there are many people who have got benefit out of it. He's also received the prestigious Mahavir Mahatma Award from Shri Shivraj Patil ji, who is the then Home Minister of India. So not taking much time and not entering much into you and Kiranji, I would request Kiranji to take up the session and enlighten all of us that how mindset, if we change, we can achieve the next level of success or we can climb the ladder of success. So Kiranji, I would really request you to enlighten all of us with this mindset where so much of negativity is there, and due to COVID times also things were not happening very much good. So what things should we keep in mind before moving ahead? Over to you, Kiranji. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mithali ji, and thank you, Mr. Kapil, for being there for this program. And I am very grateful to all the students who are now listening to me and attending this program. And I especially thank Sri Sushil Goyal ji for inviting me on this platform so that I can share my thoughts and my views so that it will be helpful. So it is my conviction that even as I'm speaking, I'm sure there will be a lot of knots which will be opened up, and then you will be able to get something out of this session. So once again, namaste to everyone, and thanks for joining. So we go into the subject now. Well, the subject is very, very clear, and it is very much needed for today because we all want to be successful. All the students, all CA students are very clear, and they don't have a second thought but to be successful in their profession. That is, they want to become a chartered accountant. That is the one goal which is always there for a CA student. All the other goals are aside, but this goal is very, very clear because it is often said that CA exam is a very tough exam. Now, let us slowly understand this subject, this word saying that it is the toughest. Now, the word toughest is a word. It is toughest, and that very word is also an obstacle. I feel that we use the words, and those words play a major role in our success. Now, before we go into the subject, we will understand the mindset in this workshop, in this session. I'll be talking about the mindset. I'll be talking about how our perceptions are and how these things affect our success. And ultimately, I will also give you some solutions as to how you can come out of those conditioning and the perceptions so that those do not play as an obstacle or obstacles in our success. So, before we start, I would just want you to spend some 2 minutes or 3 minutes just relaxing yourself, because we are going to go in the science behind how our human mind is working and how it is relating to our success. So please, I would just want all of you to please close your eyes and relax. Just go through what I'm saying. You can all please close your eyes, and you can also do one more thing. You can touch the tip of your forefinger with the tip of your thumb, gentle touch. You can see my fingers, gentle touch. Don't press hard, but just gentle touch. And then place it like this. Place it, the palm facing the sky, and relax it on the center of your thigh or on your knees. You can relax and gently close your eyes. Gently close your eyes. Relax your face. Keep following my instructions. Relax your face. Relax your eyebrows. Relax must be feeling a little more relaxed than before. Now, this small 5-10 minutes of your relaxation, you can do it any number of times, any time of the day also, and it will do wonders for you. And the more and more you do this, what happens is, because this acts like an anchor, every time you do, you become more and more relaxed, and that becomes your nature inside. So the moment you touch, you become relaxed. So it's like an anchor for you. So this is one thing which you can take away immediately, and you can start implementing it in your life. And particularly when you get tense, sometimes you see that there is so much of syllabus and you are not able to complete, or you are not able to understand, or your mind is going elsewhere when you are reading. So during that time, if you can do it for just 5 minutes, I am giving you something which is not very difficult. It is very easy, and it will not consume a lot of time, because time is a very important factor for CA students. So in very short time, you can do this. So this is one thing which you can start practicing right away. Now, we will go into the subject on mindset. Now, let us first understand. See, these are things which will be very useful. If you don't understand the fundamentals, then actually going and practicing will not make sense. Suppose you go to a doctor and you have some stomachache. The doctor will diagnose you, he will ask you some questions, and then he will check certain things in your body with his equipment, and finally he will give you a tablet. Now, there are some doctors, they will just give you the tablet, you take the tablet and the problem is solved. Then there are some doctors who will explain to you the science behind your problem. They will tell you there is something wrong in your intestines or in your kidney, or there are sugar levels are high, or maybe some proteins are low, or some other technical terms he uses and explains to you. Now, he goes into the science so that you understand. Now, like that, I will talk to you about the science behind your fear, or we will try to understand what that fear is. If you understand what I'm trying to tell, 50% of the battle is won. I'm telling you, 50% of the battle is won. According to me, I have also been a CA student, and I do remember my going to classes early morning from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock is one class, 3 hours, one class. And then 9 to 9:30, 9:45, we have a break for breakfast. And then again, another class starts, it goes on up to 1 o'clock. Then 1 hour lunch break, 2 to 5 is another class, 5:45 to 8:45 is another class. And then you go back, have dinner, then revise your subjects. Early morning, get up at 4 o'clock. And then I know that hectic schedule, and it is like half of it you are not understanding because the mind is so much occupied. But let me tell you, the power of the mind is that initially you will see some difficulty, but then slowly it will get used to. This is you have to understand. You should not be worried. You should not be thinking that you are taking so much time. Why should we study so much time? You are not able to understand so many things. But then that's all a trick of the mind. Slowly you will try to get used to it, and then it will start taking in more and more. Another small example. Now suppose you want to shift your diet. If you want to shift your diet, let us say from normal diet, you want to go to fruit diet. Totally fruits you want to take. You should not start it immediately. You will have to take some time. So it has to be slow. It should be a slow process. First you want to take with normal boiled vegetables, then raw vegetables, and then to fruits. It may take 1 week. Like that, when you are actually studying, the mind also requires some adjustment. So you need to go slow. You shouldn't panic. I'm telling you again, you shouldn't panic. You must know that it's only a process. So now we will go into a little bit about the mind, which is very, very important for all the students, because many times we don't know how the mind functions, and then we actually get into fear and insecurity and tension. And just before the exam, you are so tense that inside the examination hall, you don't know one question, and then you are not able to answer. Go to the second question, you are not able to answer. Then you feel so low, you are totally bogged down in fear, and you are not able to write anything. Your hand is not moving. You get up from the examination and come back. I've seen this for many cases, many students. I was writing in the examination hall. There I had one or two who were like, just before the examination started, they were totally panicking. I just said, just watch your breath first, because the breath and the mind are interconnected. So just relax and watch your breath. Automatically the breathing will slow down. The breathing which is fast will slow down. When it slows down, the fear also goes away. This is one small thing which you need to understand about the human mind. Now coming to certain concepts about the mind, please listen to me very, very carefully. The mind perceives something and it makes it into a reality. I'll just give you an example. Now let us say you are going on a road which is dark and you stamp over something and then you feel it's a snake. Let us say it is dark. So you feel that it's a snake and you say snake, 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 you jump. And then you put on your torchlight and see that it was not a snake, it was only a rope. The moment you see it is a rope, instantaneously, that very moment your fear is gone. Because you were thinking it was a snake, but you realized it was a rope. Similarly, CA is very tough, very tough, very tough, that words are actually taking half of your peace of mind. What you need to understand is, it is a subject. Now when you say it is difficult, with that difficulty you are going to read, you are not able to understand. And that difficulty is occupying your mind. So if you can become aware of what is happening in your mind, if you can start watching that, then you will see that it is just some subject and which you need to learn. And if you have an interest to learn, then automatically you will capture that. So this is something which you have to watch. Watch how your thoughts are. A little more. We'll go a little more into it. Now you are in an examination hall. I'm giving you examples so that you can catch it. You are in an examination hall. You see the question paper. Let us say, I'm always taking the negative side of it. I'm not taking the positive side of it, because positive, you are already positive, you are already successful. I'm not interested in that right now. What I'm interested in is what is troubling you. So how we can solve it. Now let us say you go to the examination hall and you are watching the question paper. Now first question, you read the question. Oof, what is this? You are already tensed. Your mind is already occupied and your mind is cluttered. Now the examiner is giving you the question paper. You're already biting your nails. Your hands are trembling. And then the question paper comes. Your mind is already cluttered. Remember that. Your mind is already cluttered. And you are not able to read the question properly. That answer you know. Today morning you read it. And still you are not able to see it because you are blinded by your fear. This is what happens. What I will give you the solution also. So when you are watching, you feel that no, I think I don't know, where is it? In that tensed mind, you are not able to know that. Then you feel that, oh my God, I don't know. Okay, let me quickly, because time is running out. So you quickly go to the next question also. So in the next question, what happens? Again, you read something. Suppose you know the answer, it is fine. But suppose you don't know the answer to that question as well, then what will you do? Then you are even more panicking more. Remember that you have just given a question to your mind. Now the brain also needs some time to process it. It has to retrieve the data. You must have studied it somewhere, maybe 2 days back, 5 days back, a month back, or even 6 months back. If you have read it, then it is definitely registered in your mind. It has to come out. You must give its due time instead of panicking at that time. So you move on to the next question, knowing very well that I have already sent a message to my brain, to my conscious or the subconscious mind, and it is going to do its job. In the meantime, I would like to go to the next question and start thinking, because the processing is going on. You must know that. You should not panic. You should know that the processing is going on. Often you would have noticed that if you feel that I don't know the answer to this question, then you move on, and then after 1 hour or after 1.5 hours, suddenly you remember the answer to that question which you were not knowing, and you start writing the answer. How did this happen? How did this happen? Because you have already read the question, and already unconsciously the mind is processing, and it is trying to retrieve the data without your knowledge. So here I would like to tell you that in the mind there are two parts. One is the conscious mind. Actually, three of them are there: conscious, subconscious, and the unconscious mind. Now, unconscious, you are not conscious of it, but nevertheless it is there. So you have read, like for example, if I ask you this question, what breakfast did you have on your 10th birthday? No, you are not able to remember that. But if I ask you, what breakfast did you have in the morning? You will say, I had idli, I have samosa, I have something. Today you remember. But if I tell you what happened on your 10th birthday, you're not able to. But if you work hard and hard and hard, you will be able to retrieve the data. So that is in the unconscious or the subconscious mind. So like that, when you have read it, the unconsciously the processing is going on and the answer will come out. Now you need to know this. You need to know how the mind is functioning. If you know this, then you will be more relaxed. But otherwise you will panic. You will panic, and in that panic you will make mistakes and you will not be able to think right. And even the answers which you know, you will not be able to answer them properly because of your fear. And maybe you will take a drastic step, and that is you get up from the exam and you will have to lose another 6 more months. So you need to be very, very cool there. So that's why I said that if you do this, the breath watching, and then the tip of your forefinger and the tip of your thumb, if you do it regularly, your mind will be more relaxed and you will be able to become aware of what's going on very clearly. And then let us also try to understand what is fear. Now, fear, what happens exactly? Just think. I want all of you to think, please. I want you to think, whenever you are afraid, what happened? What were your thoughts? What are the different symptoms you had? Unfortunately, we cannot have an interactive session on this platform because this is a webinar. So I will only have to answer my questions. So let me tell you. Now, whenever there is fear, there are a series of thoughts which come. What will happen to me if I fail in my exam? What will happen to, how will I face my father? How will I face my mother? Oh, I have spent so much money, or so much time. Oh my God, another 6 more months. So all these are a series of thoughts which happen in your mind. Am I right? These are the thoughts. And if it is like, let us say, any other example about fear also. Let us say you are going in a flight and the flight starts wobbling. What happens? You say, oh my God, if it crashes, what will happen to me? What will happen to my brother? What will happen to this? What will happen to my exam? All my dreams will go waste. So many thoughts are coming. So I would say that fear is nothing but a series of thoughts which flow in your mind. I mean, at one level, we can say that. It is a series of thoughts which come in our mind. Now, physically, what are you doing? You may be sitting in a chair, you may be lying down, or you may be reading, or you may be studying, but inside the mind, this thing is going on. So this is a series of thoughts. Apart from that, there is a very heavy feeling in your heart. There is a heavy feeling in your heart, and the heart actually, physical heart pains when you have fear. Sometimes more, sometimes less. Then what else happens when you are in fear? Your hands are trembling, your legs are trembling, then palpitation, breathing becomes faster. And normally when you are angry, the breathing is like, the breathing becomes faster, And when you're in fear, the body contracts, and that fear, the breathing is different actually, like that. So the body is also responding to that fear. The body and the breathing also is changing. Your thoughts are changing. Your heart is becoming heavier. So all this is more or less physical. Now, what should you do? First thing you need to understand is that there is a series of thoughts. They are just thoughts. It is not real. Every 5 minutes, you have 5,000 thoughts. You think that, okay, somebody will come. That person doesn't come. Then you have a thought that maybe I will go to my home, and you don't go to your home. Your thought will go to some other place. Let us say you have gone to USA. You have not gone to USA physically. So many thoughts are coming, and most of them don't happen at all. But then I'm not telling that the thoughts should stop. No, everyone is trying to do that, trying to stop the thoughts, trying to control the thoughts. By controlling, you make it more active. So any effort in the internal world is antithesis of peace. You are only going to aggravate it. So all that you need to do is just watch those thoughts flowing. That's all. Should you do something? No, nothing should be done. Because there is no truth and there is no reality of those thoughts. They are just flowing. Please wait. I know what your questions are. Your questions are that if you are just going to keep quiet and you do nothing about it, now don't you think that we are wasting our time and we might also lose? Just hold on. I'll come to that. Now, I am talking about the internal world. Fear is internal. It is not external. External world, you have to do something. That we will talk about it later. First, internally, when your thoughts are flowing, allow the thoughts to flow. Allow the thoughts to flow. Don't fight with your thoughts. First thing is you will be relaxed. Second thing you need to understand here is that whatever thoughts come, thoughts are not a problem. But what is the problem? You believe the thought to be true. Please, I repeat, please understand. A thought comes that you are going to fail. No, that there is no truth about that. Because you don't know whether you will fail or not. That's the truth. You don't know. You might not. But then when it says that you might fail, then that's all right. That's only a thought. But you believe that it is going to be true. And when you make it the truth, that is when all this happens. Your body movements, your trembling, your breathing becoming faster, everything happens when you start believing it to be true. You are making it real. Nobody is making it real. It's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. The mind will cook up stories. It will edit, it will create some things because its nature is that and its work is that. Whenever you are happy, it will not allow you to be happy. If you are not frightened, then it will not allow you to be in that state. It will create some thought and it will frighten you. But you are the one who has to see whether you are going to succumb to that fear, you agree to it, or you just want to see the truth behind it. That is, you just see, oh, it's only a thought, let it flow. Allow it to flow. Confront it, face it. You are not afraid of your exam, let me tell you. You are afraid of the thought of failing in the exam. You're afraid of the thought. You're not afraid of the exam failure. If you do not understand, then you think that when you don't understand the subject, then you think that, oh my God, it is difficult. The word difficult comes. See, there is nothing called difficult. It's only a word. Because either you understand or you don't understand. There is nothing called difficult. Some subjects are very easy for some people, whereas for some others it is very difficult. So how can you say that there is a subject which is very difficult? You don't understand, that's all. Now, when will you understand? Read it once, you didn't understand. Read it twice, you didn't understand. Read it thrice, you didn't understand. 4 times, 5 times, you will definitely understand. So sometimes what happens is your mind is, you are reading, so your mind is blocked. So every 21 minutes, you need to take rest because the mind cannot take on for more than 21 minutes. So in the same way, if you're reading continuously, your mind is so choked that even a very, very simple thing, one line, you take so much time because the mind is already blocked. What should you do at that time? Maybe you can do this, what I have told you, or just take off and just spend some 5 minutes. Then you come back, then you will be able to understand again. Because the mind also requires rest. So you need to follow all these things when you're preparing for your exams. And finally, what you should do is that you should understand that the mind postpones. See, fear is the mother of all evils. From fear comes postponement. From fear comes insecurity. From fear comes laziness. You somehow, the mind will go into a comfort zone. It wants to go to a comfort zone. A person who is going to go into a comfort zone is very difficult to pass the C exam. However difficult it is for you, you have to go through that, you have to face that, and you have to confront it. Yes, hard work is needed. Hard work is one thing which you have to work hard, that is in the external world. But internally, you can do very good work if you are not having that fear or these obstacles inside. So as I said, fear is the mother of all evils. Now I come to the solution, how you have to handle this fear. Now, this is again very, very important. Now I am coming to the solution. Very, very simple. Whenever you have fear, you have to become aware of the fear. You have to watch the thoughts, like how you watch a movie. Whatever thoughts are going on, you can just keep watching. There is no truth there. There is no reality. You need to understand. The mind will say it is very difficult. Then you believe it is very difficult. But that's not the truth. If you read, it becomes easy. If you focus. But then if you are stuck with that, then it is going to be difficult only. Yat bhavam tat bhavati. Whatever are your feelings, so will it be. If you have taken it as very difficult, it will be difficult. Because it's only a thought process. And you are believing in that thought process. So the solution is watching what your mind is saying at that moment. You must become aware of what is going on. For which I want to tell you one small sadhana. It is very easy for me to tell you because becoming aware at the time, it overpass so much that you are not aware also. All that you have understood now, you want to follow, you have really passionate about it, but at the right time, you're not able to become aware. In the examination hall, you forget whatever I have told you. That is the power of the unconscious. That is the power of that fear, that unconscious fear. So for that, you need to do that homework from now itself. Then you will be able to handle the fear very easily. It will be like drinking water for you. So that sadhana, I'm telling you that you have to practice. Now, in the beginning, I told you the tip of your forefinger and the tip of your thumb, gentle touch, and place it on your knees or on your thighs, and just become aware of your breathing. Whatever I did, all that you do for 5 minutes, and then you start allowing the fear to come, allowing the thoughts to come. And don't be disturbed, allow it to come. Even if the most frightening thought, allow it to come, because remember that it is only a thought. It is not real. It's only a thought. Watch. Continue watching for 10 minutes to 15 minutes to 20 minutes. Just watch. Start doing this. Whenever you have time, not necessarily that you have to sit at one place and do it. Even while you are eating, you can keep watching your thoughts. While you are studying also, you can actually watch the thoughts which are telling you it is difficult and all that. keep watching and watching and watching. You will become an expert in watching. You will become a master in watching your own thoughts and watching your emotions. Now, the beauty is, as you watch, the power of that thought is gone. The power of your emotion is gone. That is, that emotion is fear, so the fear is gone. If you have a doubt, I'll give you an example how it works. Now, you want to learn swimming. What do? You have to go into the water, right? If you don't go into the water, will you learn swimming? You can't. So when you're actually jumping into the water, just before jumping into the water, feel no, and you come back. The person who comes back will never learn swimming. So you have to jump into the water and you have to face the difficulty in the water. Then you learn swimming. And after 5 times, 10 times, the fear is gone. You are no more afraid of talking. For example, if you are asked to do public speaking, now in the beginning you tremble actually. You are not even able to stand. But if you give, let us say, 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 talks, then you are very effortlessly you're doing it, because that fear which was there is gone. While learning cycling, in the beginning you have that fear, but as you ride more and more times, maybe you will fall down in between, then that fear is gone. You learn driving. Initially you feel you might make an accident, but then after that, making an accident is very difficult. What has happened to you in all these cases? In all the cases, you faced that fear. Here, if you are running away from the fear, you can't make it. You have to face that fear. And fear is internal, not external. Fear is inside you, not outside. So you have to face that fear. You have to face the difficulty. Somebody has to hold your hand and take you through. Then things will be very, very easy for you and you will be able to make it. According to me, chartered accountancy exam, apart from the subject and the technical things which you learn in the subject, apart from that, the most important part which I have discovered is it's a very beautiful process. It's a very, very beautiful process where you handle your different emotions and you conquer your emotions. That is an integral part of the CA course. Of course, it is with all the subjects, all the courses, but CA, IAS, all these tough subjects, the so-called tough subjects and the so-called tough examinations are a wonderful process to make you into a wonderful human being. But only one caution I would like to give you here is let it not overpower you. You should control rather than the exam controls you. You should control the exam. That will happen when you have a control over your emotions. Or I wouldn't use the word control, that's not the right word. It's a good relationship with your emotions. You know how to handle the whole thing. So these are a few things, but now I will take you through one small process. In fact, before we go into the process, just to make it more clearer, I would like to mention that I had a discussion with then President Dr. Abdul Kalam ji, President of India. I told him about this. We had a discussion for 1.5 hours in Rashtrapati Bhavan. And then he was asking so many questions about the consciousness, about how we can change and all that. Then I was mentioning so many things. Then he said, why don't you write books from 0 to 5 years, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20 years. Then I said, Your Excellency, that's a great thing to do because this is very much needed for all the students. But then I strongly believe that books will give them knowledge, will give them a direction, will tell them what to do, and they will just remember. But after that, again, they have to refer the books. What is needed is a process where they have to come out of their fears or they have to handle and learn those fears. When this happens, then subjects will not be a big thing at all. They are all very small things. What is important is how you can take in. Now, once you have no fear and you have come out of these negative emotions, then you are like a master. You're actually brilliant, but you will be able to get in touch with that. So, with these few words, I would continue to complete a meditation session which will help you. Now, I can teach you two meditations which will help you. One is Omkara Dhyana for your concentration and for your success. You can be very clear. And the second thing is, I would like you to do some creative visualization for becoming successful in your exams. So first, Omkara Dhyana. You can keep the same mudra, placing the palms facing the sky, place it on your knees, and you have to sit straight, back erect. You have to sit straight and back erect. Then you take a deep inhalation, and while exhaling, you are going to chant Om. Now, it is when I say Om, I'm not mentioning for any particular religion here, but I'm talking about that particular syllable, that particular mantra. When you are chanting, there are certain vibrations which are created, and it does at the Agneya chakra. Now, at that chakra, it will get activated, and you can concentrate and focus on any one thing very clearly. So that you have to do it for something like 10 minutes. Omkara Dhyana it is called. I'll just chant and show you. You can do it at your homes later on. So you take a deep inhalation. I'll demonstrate it. So please watch. I'll demonstrate it 3 times. So this you can do it for 10 minutes, and you have to take a deep inhalation with your throat. You have to control it at your throat. That you have to control it that way. And then while exhaling, you have to chant that Om, and your focus should be on the Agneya chakra. There are 7 chakras: Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddhi, Agneya, and Sahasrara. So these are the 7 chakras. Each one is connected to a certain particular part of the brain. For example, the Nabi chakra, that is the navel chakra, is the Manipura chakra. Now, when you do that particular Bija Mantra Dhyana, then what happens is your passion will develop. Suppose you don't have passion at all. Then to develop that passion, you have to do that particular chakra dhyana. For that, the mantra is Rang. Like for example, you take in deep inhalation and you chant Rang. These chakra dhyanas have to be done under proper supervision and guidance. It should not be done alone. So that's why I don't want you to do all these dhyanas, but that's only for your information. But this Omkara Dhyana, don't do it for more than 10 minutes. You have to do it with deep inhalation and then start chanting. I'm telling you, you will see the results then and there. You will see so much more focused. Every day you do it in the morning for 10 minutes and you will see that you are able to concentrate better. You are able to recall and remember better. You are able to memorize. You are able to grasp better. All these will be the results. So the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Now, the second thing which I said about creative visualization is you have to visualize that you are already clearing the exam, getting the result, and you are actually seeing a rank or whatever you want. But you have to do it regularly and you have to keep nurturing that thought. That's all you have to do. all the others will follow. You must remember that you have to visualize clearly, in color, in 3 dimensions, in real, as if it's real, and that it is happened, not that it will happen. You're not going to see that you are going to pass the exam or you are going to get a result in the exam. No, you are going to get a rank in the exam. No, not like that. You have already got the rank. You have already cleared the exam. So whatever is your thought, you should be visualizing that way. This is called creative visualization. And you have to visualize it in color, not in black and white, and in 3 dimensions, as if real. And you have to put in your entire intent in that visualization. The intent is a strong feeling, a feeling that you are of joy. It's not a feeling of low energy. It's a feeling of very high energy. So you have to put in your entire passion. See, the moment you start reading and studying, you are so much excited and you want to put in that emotion and passion, right? So that emotion, you have to do it in this creative visualization. And the third is, of course, you have to take the blessings of everyone, blessings of your parents, the teachers, the faculty, elders, your guides, your well-wishers, everyone, your friends, all should give you some lot of positive energy, particularly your God, if you worship God, in whichever form or no form, or in some way you believe your supernatural power, your divine power, you have to take the blessings of the divine also. Now, all this will add value to your entire success. So, 3 things I told you. You have to do creative visualization. Then you have to have your intent and passion. And you have to put in your effort. Yeah, third thing I forgot. You have to put in your effort. You just can't say that I am very passionate about it and I will do it and I'll be very positive about it. That will not be enough. What is more required is you have to put in your effort as well. After you put in effort, CA, you put in your effort, you are clear, still you are not getting cleared in the examination. There are some who don't do much, but they're clearing the exam. So what is important is, people call it luck, but I don't want to use the word luck because it is really not luck. It is the blessings and the grace of Lord, God and the elders and everybody. So you have to take the blessings also. Maybe the best way is in your own faith, whatever they have taught you. Like, for example, for Hindus, they touch the feet of the Lord. For Muslims, let us say, they hug and give the blessing. So there are different methods. Any method is okay, but you have to receive the blessings. That is more important. So these are the 2 things which you can start doing it immediately. All that you need is just 10, 15 minutes or 15, 20 minutes to spend on this. And during the day, whenever you want to do, you can do this. So these are a few things which I think within this short duration, I could share a few thoughts. I am sure it is going to be helpful to you. And at any point of time, you can always contact me or my office and they will help you. I have a team of people who guide and they keep guiding. And I'll definitely depute a team for CA students who really require this help, because that way, that will be my contribution to the institute, because the institute has given me so much. In fact, this institute has made I always consider it as a process for me. And I consider that this will be my gratitude to the institute for what it has made me. So I wish all of you good luck. And before that, just I want to share a few things quickly before we end. Poojaji, can you please share the screen and the presentation, please?
Yes, sir.
Mitali ji, I'll just take another 2-3 minutes and I'll hand it over to you.
Sure, sir. Sure, Kiranji.
Okay, I'll share it. Yeah, so I'm basically from Jai Ganga Life Coaching Academy, and I also run an NGO called Sahayata International to help people. That's our objective. And the Jai Ganga's objective is to change change mindset and change results. And you have a lot of potentials within you. You just have to change the mindset. The mindset is the block. So if you can come out of it, it's different actually. And I spoke a little bit about the internal world and the external world. So we say that we live in two worlds, both internal and external, and they are governed by principles. And both the principles are opposite. For example, in the external world, like poles repel, unlike poles attract. Whereas in the internal world, like poles attract and unlike poles repel. So you have to be positive, yes, for the external world, that yes, I will finish my CA and everything will fall in place, and be positive about it. But please don't make the mistake of being positive in the internal world. If you have fear, don't say that, oh, I should not be thinking negative. I should not be thinking about my fear. Now, that's the most biggest foolish thing which you will be doing. So you just say yes and see the negative side of it. That is when you will really come out of it. I said, it's not a snake, it's only a rope. I gave the example also. And so you visualize the worst happening. Don't say that, no, I don't want to think about the worst. If you're not prepared for the worst, then it's very difficult to succeed. You must be prepared for the worst, but try for the best. So you should remember that. And you confront all your fears. Don't shy away from them. Don't run away, because thoughts are not a reality at all. Facts are facts. Thoughts are not facts. And then you have to experience the fear in the fullest, so that the fear there will be no more fear to be frightened of. And they are just a series of thoughts, and you are believing them in your mind. Now, I told you about the 7 chakras, which we will do it maybe sometime later, depending on another opportunity. So you can note down these numbers. This is, if you want to talk to me anytime in long conversation to take guidance, me or my team members who will be able to guide you, then you can note down this number and you can call this number, or you can take go to the link and fix a time. Yeah. So this is my number. You can note down my number, but please send WhatsApp, because I don't want to make you feel bad if I don't respond to your calls, because I might be in a session. I keep conducting workshops, so most of the time I might not respond. So you send a WhatsApp, I'll definitely respond to you. So thank you so much, and I wish you good luck for your exams. You must do very well, and I'll be very happy if you can really succeed. And I'll be more happy if whatever I have spoken, they'll be of use to you. Thank you so much. And thank you, Dr. Mitali ji and Dr. Sri Kapil ji. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity. Namaskar.
Our gratitude to Kiran ji for sparing his precious time and enlightening all of us, and especially to our dear worthy students in such times where exams are approaching and everybody has fear in the mind. Sharing small tips related to changing mindset and how we can achieve excellence in life. Especially, I would point out the short meditation and relaxation kriya which you made all of us do during the beginning of the session was really a regenerating experience for all of us. And I am pretty sure that the students and all the viewers who have been connected through this virtual platform would have ultimately took the guidance and seekings from your preachings, especially what you told about fear, that fear is nothing but just a series of thought and we need to overcome that fear. The snake and rope example what you gave was really a very different kind of a thing what we came to know from you. And last but not the least, the Omkara Dhyana movement. That I think is really relaxing, and in these times, and not only during the exam time, I think anytime we can do what you said to us. So once again, from the entire team of Board of Studies Operations, Student Skills Enrichment Board, Kiranji, heartfelt gratitude to you for sparing the time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.